you interested in this industry?
Just that I've always
yeah,
loved
cool.
film. I've watched
Okay,
movies
so-
ever since I was a little kid. My parents would take
That's
me.
it.
It was a great escape
Beginning.
for me.
So what made you
So
wanna-
I've been collecting for a long time as well.
Yeah, what
And it
made
was
you
just
interested in this
one of the
industry?
things I just said I've always loved film.
Right.
I've watched movies ever since I
Yeah,
was a
back to
little
my
kid.
question
My parents would
for
take me.
I
It
had
was a
to
great
fix
escape.
this.
That's okay. You can edit.
I mean, I used to work at Blockbuster, so like movie renting was like a huge thing for me. So like, has like Netflix or like Hulu like destroyed that? Or
Yeah, a lot of the home video. I mean, like I said, you used to work at Blockbuster, but now there is no more Blockbuster.
Yeah.
So even the way the industry works is that Blu-ray and DVD sales used to be a big part of the profit making in the movies, but now a lot of the time they just go right to streaming right after.
right,
Yeah. So it definitely has had an impact on the whole.
right. Do you know anyone like in the Canadian industry or?
I don't really follow the Canadian. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
number 1 movie of all time. I saw.
apparently, yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So I've stayed away from it.
Yeah. Do you have any like cool stories like watching movies or just like enjoyment with like your family or whatever? Like, it was like the first movie you took your kids to.
I haven't taken my kids to see anything yet. They're too young. I'm going to take my daughter next year. She'll be 3 years old, so we'll take her to see Finding Dory because she loves Finding Nemo. She
Nice.
watches it all the time. She's got it memorized. At 2 years old, she's got the movie memorized. She knows all the lines of dialogue and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
but for me, I just remember seeing movies like Ghostbusters and Back to the Future in the theaters. It would be a family thing. My brother would go and my parents would go.
Right.
And we would just get together and we'd go and see the movie, then go and get dinner after and talk about it. So,
Right.
yeah, it was a good bonding experience for everybody.
True. Well, talking about Back to the Future, like it was like the 35th anniversary this year, and like how Marty McFly came to 2015.
Yeah, the Back to the Future Day they had
Did
October
you-
21st.
Like going back to the original Back to the Future, like did you see any like advancements even like now, like going back to the movies and like Jaws 12 or
Yeah,
like the
they haven't
Cubs
gone to that
winning
yet.
the World Series or
Yeah, the Cubs winning the World Series. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but yeah.
God, no.
No, probably not. But yeah, there was a lot of things like the hover skateboards. I hear they're working on prototypes and everything.
they got the
so-
shoes now for
Yeah, the Nike
foundation
self-tying.
for Michael J. Fox and so,
Yeah, so they've got good
so,
causes
yeah.
like that going on with them. Yeah.
So like, what was like the first film your wife ever saw? Like, do you know that or?
The first movie, it was like our first date. The movie
Yeah.
my wife and I saw was Bruno. The Sacha
Really?
Baron. Yeah, I know. It was really, really weird for a first. She didn't really know if I was interested in her or not, but I just told her I was going to. It was on a Wednesday, and I told her the movie opens on Friday. I'm going to see it. If you want to come and see it with me, here's my number. Shoot me a text, and the rest is history.
Nice.
Yeah, I was the first time I was confident with a girl, and it worked. It paid off.
Seeing a creepy foreign with his wife, so
Yeah, exactly. And I know he almost got arrested on Borat a couple of
yeah,
times.
and they wouldn't allow him like to do like any interviews with like the dictator and stuff like that because
Yeah,
he never broke character and so. Talking actually, this is a perfect opportunity. Like, with our course now dealing with like the death of originality, do you find that Hollywood is dying? Like not like crumbling, but like the ideals and
Yeah, the ideals definitely are sort of going out the window because all it's about now is the franchises. They're just trying to make more and more superhero movies.
Right.
They're just trying to do different versions of things. So like the female Ghostbusters, female Ocean's 11, just changing up gender roles and everything, which is
Right.
fine. It's
Yeah.
great for better representation
Yeah.
of women in film. But yeah, the creativity is definitely waning. It's very rare you get a completely original film anymore.
true. So like, what would be considered an original like to you?
The last really original film I saw was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's an awesome movie.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. It was just a great concept. It was very original. The casting as well, putting Kate Winslet in as the kind
Yeah.
of flaky comedic character, and Jim Carrey as a serious, brooding one.
Yeah.
It was that role reversal, that kind of opposite of the typecasting.
Yeah, I mean,
he
she
was
did
done.
Titanic and he did Ace Ventura in the,
Yeah.
the same couple of years between each other, and so yeah, that kind of fits. Who's your favorite director? Like, if you had to pick one, I know that being in film class, you kind of have to like subject yourself to being like, oh no, this director is good on this point and this director is not, and so they have their merits.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese would be my favorite. I just loved the gangster movies growing up, so things like Goodfellas
Yeah.
and Casino, watching those was just fantastic.
I'm
Taxi
also
Driver.
in Brian's class, and so
Oh, okay.
he's like obsessed with Martin Scorsese. We've already had like 6 movies just based on his stuff alone,
Oh, yeah.
just completely by accident, and so
Yeah, a lot of people really like
Yeah,
Scorsese. I know Brian also
so-
likes Terrence Malick and some of the
yeah,
other
and
directors
Coen
like that.
Brothers and
Stanley Kubrick, yeah.
Yeah.
So some of the ones I don't like as much, but Scorsese would be my favorite. I also really like Spielberg. I think he does a
Right,
great job.
yeah.
A lot of people think that he's just too Hollywood, but he can still tell a really good story.
I
He
haven't
gets the
seen
job.
Bridge of Spies yet.
Neither have
hear
I, but-
it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I do want to check it out at some point.
Yeah.
I'm really busy with kids right now, so I don't really
True.
have a chance to see that much.
So like with role reversals, like Henry Fonda, like we talked about last
Yeah.
week, with like Tom Hanks saying when he did Captain Phillips, like he'd never do a role reversal. Like, do you find that helps an actor, or do you feel like it kind of hinders?
I think in some cases it hinders the actors because it doesn't give them that range where they can really go and do all the different types of roles.
Right.
We were just talking in the class, Chris Pratt can do drama and action and comedy and everything
Yeah.
like that, or Channing Tatum, where in the same year he had Magic Mike, which was like the big kind of dramatic kind of comedy movie.
Right.
The flat out comedy of 21 Jump Street, and then the dramatic role with The Vow. He also does G.I. Joe, so he can do action, White House Down,
Yeah.
comedy, and drama. So there are people that can balance all of them.
True.
But people that get sort of pigeonholed, like Tom Hanks, always that's why he's killing. So it's not like Henry Fonda in Once Upon a Time in
Right,
the West, where he
and-
just wants the land.
Yeah,
'cause
and he
he's
just
greedy.
shot a kid.
Yeah, in the face.
Yeah. But okay, and especially like Marvel and DC having like huge properties being made up until like 2023 and stuff like that. Do you see like Hollywood officially giving up on like brand new ideas?
Yeah, I do. That's a good way to put it. I see that a lot of those movies now will go directly to TV. We were talking about TV being in the new golden age.
Yeah.
Or Netflix. It'll go directly there, like Beasts of No Nation, which is supposed to be phenomenal.
Right.
But it goes on Netflix first. So I think the theaters are just going to be more and more about the bigger popcorn summer kind
Right,
of
and like-
entertainment.
And,
Yeah.
and like you mentioned, like it's pretty much like a trailer for Blu-ray,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But now it's just a trailer for streaming. So when it comes out
Right.
that way. So
So
they're trying to sell more of these like DVX and Ultra AVX and D-Box and all that kind
right.
of stuff. So,
do,
yeah.
do you find that like really well-named actors do really well on TV because you do teach it?
I teach a TV course, yeah.
Yeah.
The well-known actors, they definitely do well when they go into TV. Like we were talking about, Vince Vaughn with True Detective season
Right.
2, but season 1 with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, they did really well.
Yeah,
with that.
and like what's his name there from that Alex, like the cast of American Horror Story, or
Yeah, Jessica Lange with
Yeah.
American Horror Story. Yeah,
like,
she used to be
Ba-
really big.
Bates Motel with like what's his name, the kid from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so do you find that helps Hollywood or hinders it?
I find that it helps it overall because it keeps the industry alive and it gives the people that don't want to just do the conformity, the big action movies, it gives
True.
them more of a career choice. It
And
gives
even,
them
like-
better options.
Like Southpaw and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so they've got this kind of like a revolving door where they can go to
Yeah.
movies and TV. I think that TV right now is where you get more creativity and more artistic merit, and movies are still the way that people want to make money and get the prestige for the Academy
true.
Awards.
Okay, so the last question I have,
Yeah.
I think I already asked this, but like, what's your favorite scary movie?
Scary movie Halloween, the original Halloween. The Shining terrified me as a kid because of the little girls. They were really creepy. I saw it when I was like 6 years old when it first came out. It scared the hell out of me.
Right.
But yeah, the Halloween, the first one, not the remake, the Rob Zombie, but the original John Carpenter 1978. I just think it's a brilliant slasher film.
That's
And it's
awesome.
overall, yeah, it was really well done.
Thank you, John.
Not a problem. Happy to help.